All right, here we go. Part three. Part three.
Yeah, so I mean, because I'm gonna come out and say it because
Mhm.
I don't know if we're beating around the bush or not, or I don't know if I'm wrong here. I don't know if you're avoiding. I don't know what's going.
Mhm.
I don't know if we're beating around the bush or not, or I don't know if I'm.
You don't know if y'all are beating around the bush or not, bro. You should know for yourself if you are beating around the bush or not. Basically, if you are in a conversation with somebody, you definitely know, should definitely know if you are beating around the bush or not, or y'all. Because for me, y'all all are always beating around the bush, like only like maybe scratch the surface a little bit, but y'all have to go deep in that, you know, in that. I can't say that word. I don't have any. You have to have to go deep in that, inside, deep inside, like in yourself, yeah, like in your consciousness. Okay.
Wrong here. I don't know if you're.
I asked for help.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm gonna come out and say it because
Mhm.
I don't know if we're beating around the bush or not, or I don't know if I'm wrong here. I don't know if you're avoiding. I don't know what's going on, but I mean, I think you failed.
I don't know what's going on. Yeah, I thought so. Like you could have said that on Jason's and Pokemon's therapy session also. Like I don't know what's going on here. You really don't know, bro. Like, and you are really clueless. Like really, bro. Like, but good that you actually say that. Like, I don't know what's going on. I can clearly see, bro. Like you can't even see that. I mean, of course you can't really, because then you would have to say like I am also fake. Like bruh, I'm sorry.
Mhm.
Right? It all comes crumbling down,
Mhm.
and then you're 27 and you've tried to be a streamer for a couple years
Boo-boo.
and it's
Uh-huh.
it's fallen apart around you, and then tried to be a streamer for a couple years
Boo-boo.
and it's
Uh-huh.
it's
Wait, she was already 27 there? What? Did I like misread that, or like what? Now she's 27. Wait, what?
fault. It all comes crumbling down,
Mhm.
and then you're 27 and you've tried to be a streamer for a couple years
Boo-boo.
and it's
Uh-huh.
it's
That's why she did it like this. Wait, I am 25. With that voice, I can't do it, you know? Wait, wait, but actually, I am 25. No, I can't do it. Like, it's so quirky and like, nah, ain't no way. Ain't no way, boy. Shout out to Duke. Um, yeah, that was 2 years ago. So that's where she was 25. January 16, 1998, Capricorn. Okay? Like, it doesn't really mean she joined in the year 2023. She joined the OTK network. But I think the OTK network is like a really OG network of people, and I think Pokimane was in it, a few other Asians. Okay, Pokimane is not Asian, but you know, or like another name. But I think I'm pretty sure it's OTK, but I'm not that sure.
fallen apart around you, and then where are you? What do your parents think? What do people think?
Oh.
How do you impress think? What do people think?
Oh.
How do you impress people anymore?
Hey, Doc, don't you pick that up when she's like doing, bro? But that's a sign of, I'm sorry, but that's not normal. Like you are really in character mode, like crazy. Oh, finally something to drink. My bad. Oh,
You
Uh-huh.
got fired once. That sounded unpleasant.
I spoke that much, man. I basically spoke 10 hours, about 10 hours. And now it's 10 plus hours with these videos. It's like almost 12 hours. Yeah, 12 hours. About 12 hours again. Yeah. What she said?
Think, what do people think?
Oh.
How do you impress people anymore? You
Uh-huh.
got fired once. That sounded unpleasant. You know,
uh uh-oh. Yeah, that would not be good. Um if if it all falls apart. But I have told myself that
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, maybe I maybe got it a little bit like if it all falls apart, streaming, YouTube and stuff like that, where it's like, to be honest, like that's only like her biggest fear, because if that all falls apart, she has an alternative, because she has, I think, a degree and stuff like that, but she doesn't want to get she everything, but please not go back to that life. You know what I mean? Like being a good student, being good in work and stuff like that, and always doing the same. Boring. Boring. Embarrassing. Not embarrassing, but boring. In Drake's voice, in Drake's sassy voice. Boring. Um, nah, but streaming is fun, especially if you really are like you are just a good student and stuff like that. Like that's basically really good for good student. Like if you are really smart, and you are good with organizations and stuff like that, which a lot of them are, like Emily, Pokimane, Jason, for example. There are more, of course. Ludwig, Cutie Cinderella, Kai Cenat. Even if Kai Cenat is not the smartest, he is still good in organization. But with him, it's more about energy. But with Extra Emily, she is smart about it and has good energy, like all the time, even if it's acting. And yeah, that's basically her fear. Probably her biggest fear, to get back maybe to her home, you know, and don't do all that. But to be honest, she is so established, like she doesn't really have to worry. Like even if streaming is falling apart, YouTube is not falling apart. Like it's just not. Really, it's not. Only if the third world war is breaking out, which I doubt it will happen. So
if streaming doesn't work out, I'm gonna go get an MBA and just go back to corporate life. So at least I have a backup plan,
yes, yes,
thankfully.
you do.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yes, that's very. Have you discussed that backup plan with your parents?
They've always wanted me to get an MBA, but I'm like, parents, let me do my passion of streaming.
what is an MBA? What is an MBA? Master of Business Admin. Oh, okay, okay, okay. A master. So she has the bachelor. She has the backup plan. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But the corporate life here, like that's so boring. She's right. That's so boring. Like, thank God we have Extra Emily. Like, thank God. Like, even if I'm not really watching her, a lot of people are watching her, and she is just a great person to watch. And I really mean that, by the way. I watched a lot of videos where you were guest, most of them on Kaizenat's video or Streamer University, and or with then with Agent, Cinna and stuff like that. Right? Yeah. And I can see why people watch Extra Emily a lot. She had a good vibe. She's really happy, and if people smile, you smile. Like it is just like that. But yeah,
And they're like, okay, Emily. So they're supportive of me now, but they weren't supportive of me before, like when I
How
first started streaming.
how did you win them over? How did they come around?
Uh, because they saw I was actually making
money. It's always like that, especially with Asian parents, bro. If they see the money sign, in their eyes, it's like, all right, it's okay. You can do it. Like, wow, you made 10K this month? Okay, you can. Yeah, 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 yeah. Let's go. Let's go, Emily. You can do it. Like just stay on streaming, as long as you make that money. Hey, all good, all good. We know these Asian parents, man. Like, but before that, when you first started streaming, it's like focus on school, focus on a university. Like, this is not something because they don't know it. They don't know how much money you can make there. But if you would have explained, then it's like okay. But even then, it's like hard to believe for even, especially for older people. But then, if they see the money, like 2K, then 3K, 5K, whatever she makes, like probably she makes, come on, like ExtraEmily, you got it. You got it, girl. Like you will probably make at least 10K. Come on. Like okay, let me I like it doesn't really matter, but ExtraEmily, she has like her net worth. Come on, like at least a million. Come on, bro. Come on. That's cap. That's cap. 175,000. That's cap. You are capping, bro. Yeah, that's cap. That's cap. 175. Nah, nah.
money. So they're like, okay, great.
Net worth? No way. No, no.
And
She's smarter than that. No, no. I can't believe that.
like when I
How
first started streaming,
how did you win them over? How did they come around?
because they saw I was actually making money. So they're like, okay, great.
Ching
And yeah,
ching.
and then they're like good with it.
How does that feel?
Um, I want to say I'm surprised.
Dr. K with how does that feel? How do you feel in this situation right now? Just do
But
it. Do it, bro. Do
so
it.
I'm
I
like
don't care
not
anymore.
surprised that's how they reacted, but I'm happy that they support me now. And it's kind of just
Wait,
like how they reacted. Surprised,
I would say I'm
but
surprised. Yeah.
so I'm like not surprised that's how they reacted, but I'm happy that they support me now. And it's kind of just like a haha, I told you I would be able to be a good streamer because they didn't believe in me for like the first few months or like year.
What is
Mm. And that is like, come on, like if family or your parents don't believe in you, it's like, and the only child, man, it can hurt. It can hurt.
it like to have parents that their support seems conditional?
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
What's that like?
I've gotten kind of used to it now. It's kind of uh, like they're proud of me if I get good grades and whatnot, and they're proud of me if I am like a big streamer. And I'm like, thanks, mom and dad. So at this point, I'm used to it, but I also like how my parents raised me. I think, yeah, because I'm like, oh, I'm very achievement driven. Sometimes I feel like that's where a lot of my stress comes from. Is very achievement driven. Sometimes I feel like that's where a lot of my stress comes from. Is making sure that I, I think that's where a lot of my people pleasing aspects comes from. Is from pleasing my parents a lot.
Can you say
It's from pleasing my parents
That's where a lot of my people pleasing aspects comes from. Is from pleasing my parents a lot.
can you say a little bit more? Help
a
us.
lot. I swear to God, bro. I swear to God, bro. It's always about the parents. It's all about the parents. Like the parents make the child, most of them, and it is just sad to see. Like Why do you have to please your parents? Like that is crazy. Like the parents have to please you a little bit at least, like at least until you're older. Like not okay, pleasing is crazy to me. Like it's a crazy word. Like pleasing, like it's like being again like a servant, like a slave. I have to please you. Let me please you in any kind of way. Bro, that is crazy, bro. And as a young child having to think to please their parents because if I don't do it, I something bad happens, like fights or conflict, or I got I don't know, like I get screamed on. Like why do you just had a B instead of an A? Didn't you learn enough? Like these kind of things, like I cannot relate to really because I was not an A student and my parents were not that harsh on me, but of course still there was pressure, like at least do good in school, do study and stuff like that. The pressure was still there, but I think I think extra Emily's pressure from her parents alone was more than I got pressured on. But of course, then it depends on like how do you feel? Like how much pressure do you feel from it? Because that is like individual, individually. Like everybody is maybe feel pressured on a little bit, but everybody differently. Like for example, I say extra Emily, do 10 push-ups, and she feels pressed, like feel pressure to do these 10 push-ups, like even if she feels like she can't, she will do her best. But if I say to somebody else, do 10 push-ups and they don't feel pressured at all and they're like, I don't even can do 10 push-ups and it's like one push-up and they don't even try to make the second push-up like really happen and then they say like I give up. Like everybody feels the pressure of feelings differently. Okay.
Understand that a little bit?
So growing up, it was like, oh, I always want to get good grades and be like, oh, I always want to get good grades.
You want to always you always wanted to get good grades or did your parents want you to get good grades? Like let's be honest right here. Like there is no kid that thinks automatically, "Oh, I want good grades all the time." No, no. It comes from somebody. It comes from somebody. Most of the time, the parents. Let's be honest.
And be the first place in my piano competition, so then my parents will be happy with me and pleased.
It's because of the parents. It's because of their parents. I swear. And people that, especially Asians, that even have to learn an instrument. I'm telling you, they have parents most of the time like really really strict. Like not that you only have to be good in school, you have to be good with an instrument also. Like that's the only fun you can have. Playing an instrument, bro. I swear, bro. If I ever see parents like that in person, bro, I'll probably lose my stuff, bro.
And then they'll be like, "Great job, Emily," and I'm like, "Okay, great." That's like a lot of my childhood is making sure.
No, she skipped a few parts, but maybe when she's crying or stuff like that, I should have probably went to his one, I guess. Right? It's okay. It doesn't matter.
sure I don't let them down. I don't know if that's like too strict or anything. But that's just what I went through growing up a lot. Make sure I don't let them down. I don't know if that's like too strict or anything. But that's just what I went through growing up a lot. I'm not sure if that's common.
Good that you asked that because, I mean, you could compare a little bit, maybe, if you have the chance. But I mean, okay, you don't have to really compare. But how I see it is you have very strict parents. Like, you are basically scared to do something bad. Like, you are scared of your parents to not be good in school, to not be good at piano, like to if because if you fail, that's not good. Like, your parents, because they're so strict, something will happen to you. I don't know if you get beaten. I hope not. I please. Like, I don't want, like, that's the worst thing, almost one of the worst thing that you can do, of course, like beating up, abusing your children, like physically. Verbally, of course, it's also bad, really bad, but physically is like, nah, bro. Like, if it's really physically, like, you are, I mean, you are still a human being, but you are really like, I'm sorry to say, but you are really like a trash human being. You know what I mean? Like, what happened to you that you have to do that to your own child? Like, really, like, that is the scum of human beings. Sorry to say it like that, but I can't phrase it in any other way. To be honest, like, I can't. Nah, 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 nah. Like, I could never hit my own child. Like, what is that, bro? Like, come on.
I'm just gonna think for a second, okay?
Okay, yeah.
Do you do that often in these sessions? Dr. K, bro. Dr. K. It's tricky, huh? It's tricky, yeah. It's tricky here. I know, I know. I heard it somewhere before.
Yeah, go ahead.
Are you proud of yourself?
Yeah, I'm proud of myself for sure. I'm happy with my streaming career right now. It's like, oh, everything's going great. So I'm proud of how far I made it as a streamer and graduating from college and doing that stuff.
What are you feeling as you answer that question?
You think for a few seconds and you come up with these basic questions every time, bro. Every time. Every effing time, bro. Like, there is no way. There is no way, bro. Yo.
Uh, I
Yo.
feel really confident in that answer that I'm proud of myself. So
So
I'm like,
it seemed to me like
Like,
you're
I'm proud of myself. I'm proud of myself. No, I'm proud of myself. Like, what does that really mean? Like, you are proud of the ego. The ego. I am proud of myself. You know, like, myself, the ego. Like, you are proud of the ego. The ego is proud of the ego. I am proud of myself. I am proud of myself. Like, different a little bit. I uh, the ego is proud of the ego because the ego did it. It's but basically it's basically the ego pushing itself. You pushing the ego is basically saying, you, because you are the ego. So the ego is pushing the ego. You are pushing the ego. So being proud just means you push the ego up. But if you push the ego down, it's still good for the ego, because the ego feeds off positive things or negative things. So that's what yeah,
Your
that's it.
voice
Yeah.
started shaking a little bit.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So
I don't know. um, I do feel very proud of myself though. So
I think so
it,
too. I think there's a
yeah.
lot of genuine pride there.
Mhm.
So when I asked
This pride thing, man, like, I just want to make my parents proud. I just want to make my family and friends proud. I just want to make myself proud. This pride thing, bro, like this pride is ego. Pride equals ego, okay? So if you are talking about pride, like nobody can like hurt my pride, attack my pride, or whatever it is, right? So, and if somebody attacks it, guess what? You fight for it. You could fight for it. Like, you feel me? Like, you understand what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Come on.
you a little bit about what it was like sort of being very performance oriented with your parents, your answer was I've gotten used to it.
Mhm.
What do
Right.
you think about that answer?
I've gotten used to it. I think it sounds bad, but it's just like how I've been raised my entire life. So I don't see any other way of being raised.
Mhm.
And it's just like, oh, if you have good performance, that's very good stuff. So,
Were
But what if you don't have good performance? Come on, Dr. K, please.
you
yeah, I mean,
jealous of other kids growing up?
a lot of my childhood friends had very similar upbringings, especially. So I was in Nebraska, right? And then a lot of the Chinese kids just knew each other because there's not a lot of Chinese people in Nebraska. So
Mm,
I noticed that a lot of my Chinese friends had very similar upbringings. And then,
mm, I swear, bro, the Chinese are pretty hard on their children. Like, come on, like, it's communist state. Like, they basically they force people to learn and be good at school and stuff like that, and that goes over to, they learned it in China, and they go somewhere else, because come on, like the upbringing, the come up from China is crazy. Like from 1920 something to now, like they really made it in within 100 years. In 100 years, they became that powerhouse. Like, to be honest, the best, the number one. They are number one, basically. They are number one. It doesn't matter where, to be honest. Like economically, militarily, or however you call it. Like that technology is out of this world. Like how fast they are, because they really work their butt off. And sadly, they do it with their children, and sadly, the children has to basically get forced to do these things.
when I would go to school, I'd get jealous of the kids that would have 10 pets because I wanted pets too. So like so
Mm,
that was what I was jealous of. But because I saw that a lot of childhood friends of Chinese upbringing were similar to me, I wasn't really I was like, "Oh, this must be normal." Or like I wasn't really that jealous.
Out of the stuff that we've talked about, Emily, what seems interesting to you, or what do you want to
Hmm.
talk more about?
Um, I really like talking about. I thought the disintegration part is really cool because I definitely do I do I do exhibit that where it's like off stream I never bring
exhibit is like I do that, right? Exhibit is like I. I show that. Okay, I do that. Okay, yeah, I show that more. Yeah, like okay, okay, okay. I understand. I understand.
Bring my off-stream troubles. Like I don't really talk about them on stream.
Mm-hmm.
And like I'm wondering if that's healthy or not.
Okay. So I'm going to give you a choice.
Okay.
And you can pick anything outside of the options that I give you, okay?
Okay.
So we can approach that in one of two ways. I'm a little bit concerned about you can do it the cathartic way.
Mm-hmm.
Cathartic, huh? You picked it up from Emily, and you're like, wow, that's a good, pretty good word to use. And then he uses it, and bro, if I have the chance to use it, I might, use it because that is a big word for me, like, and I never used it, but to be honest, I will probably like forget about it already. Like when I would have had the chance, I would probably not use that word, but it's a really specific, like specific good kind of word, like for this specific topic, but I probably will not use it.
Which is I ask you
It's too big. It's too big, bro. Like I will just forget about it and use simple English, bro.
questions that make you cry.
Okay.
And then you'll learn something about yourself, but I don't know exactly what you'll learn. I'm a little bit hesitant to go down that road because there's a part of me that actually is sort of like, I don't know how ready for this you are. And I also don't know.
The ego is never ready to get destroyed. Like my job is basically to destroy your ego, and this could hurt. This could offend you, you know. You will be like in a defensive mode. But like I feel like the best way is just to completely annihilate the ego, your ego. That I think is the best and fastest way. But I mean, uh, I can go softer, but you need to get shaken up. Like it's like, let's say you are dreaming or sleeping for your whole life, basically, and I'm trying to wake you up, like, wake up, you know, but you don't wake up, you don't wake up. So I go, hello, wake up. You still not wake up. So I have to basically like take you really and shake you, like, wake up, until you are up. You have to go a little bit harsher, because you are that deep in sleep mode, dream world, that I really have to like shake you up. So it's not like, are you ready for this? Because you will never be ready for this, because it will be something probably uncomfortable for you. So just know that. And I hope you realize that this is the truth.
If that discussion should be like live on stream, TBH.
Okay.
And I'm not trying, and I even have to be, I'm fucking playing 5D chess in my head because if I say that to you, are you gonna feel like, oh my God, like I've come across as so weak that now I'm like disappointing him and that's what he wants? And so like, cause like if I say, oh, we like, I don't.
Don't think too much, just do it, bro. Like, come on, what? Why do you overthink right now?
You're gonna have to help me out here because
Yeah.
I can't predict that far, right? So it's got to be just like we've got to figure this out, and you're not going to disappoint me at all. I don't think you're going to disappoint anybody. And here's the wild thing: if you do, fuck them.
Yeah. Fuck them.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's so cute, and then she's cursing. Oh God, bro. No, no, don't say that. All right, but it's like, who cares? Like, really? Like, who cares if you disappoint people? Like, it's not like you owe them something, right? You want to please them, okay, but it's like basically you got used to pleasing people because of your parents. But this has to stop. You have to stop being a people pleaser. Like a people pleaser is like a PP, like people pleaser, PP, like you are weak. Like you are so weak that you just have to please other people. Like I'm sorry, but pleasing is so crazy to me. I will say it over and over again. It's so crazy. Like you can help people, you can guide people, but you should never please them. Like if you please people, it's like they think someday like they can do anything with you, like anything, treat you like poo. I don't want to curse really, but wait, they already curse, so uh, they will treat you like shit basically. They would treat you like shit, and it's not okay. Because if you are too good with somebody, and you never say something bad because you are avoiding conflict, then they will use you. They see like, oh, she is like pleasing me, you know, but then also it's like she also doesn't say anything back if I like be mad or something like that. But yeah, I hope she changed in these 2 years, maybe. But I mean, she's still happy and energetic still.
So like,
Right.
and so then the other option is that I can pull out the iPad, I can screen share with you, and we can understand disintegration.
I'm gonna do the first one.
Okay, fuck.
I'm gonna do the first one.
Okay, fuck.
That'll be cool.
All right.
I'm just.
Okay.
I hope I can answer it properly.
Oh.
I feel like my answers are like so. I realize one thing about me is that I just feel like I'm not that self aware as I should not should be, but like I'm just not very self aware.
Yeah,
I'm just
I mean,
kind of
Okay. Okay, if you realize that yet you are not that self-aware, maybe it's time to be a little bit more I mean, you can start with self-awareness, yeah. Being aware of yourself, okay? You can start with that, yeah, that's okay. Then be aware of your thought, of your movements, of your breathing, the way you speak. I mean, she's doing already that, even the way she sounds. So she is pleasing, sounds pleasing to people. So she even changed her voice basically to sound pleasing. But that's why I'm like, you really think you are not that self-aware? Okay, but aware so much that she is aware of her voice and she wants to make it pleasing for other people. Like I never really, okay, I did really actually, um, but not like if my voice is pleasing, but some say like my voice is really robotic, like with not that many emotions, and people don't most of the times don't know if I'm just joking or saying like the truth. And I mean, like, what can I do? Like, that's the way I talk. Um, when I get it's exciting, I get exciting. When I get energetic with it, I get energetic. But that's it. That's all there is to it. And okay, so I guess if you think that way, I guess
like like going through life, la la la, just doing what I can, like doing streams, thinking about stream, and then that's it.
Yeah, yeah. So okay, so when you say you've gotten used to it,
Yeah.
To what?
what did you not say?
Uh, that. I didn't say that it was a pretty strict upbringing, and I didn't like it in the moment, but in retrospect, I think it was good.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what you're doing is you're taking chicken shit and you're turning it into chicken salad.
Yum.
So
Yes.
so here's what
Oh my God, she's so quick with it, bro. Like Sketch, like Sketch is also so quick with it. Like turn chicken poo into chicken salad, and she's like, "Yum!" Oh, when Cinna said like this clip where Cinna said like, I can just close the door and then just pee right there," and then she looked at to Emily, and she looked already like disgusting, like, and then when Cinna looked and she, turned on you know, her character, and she was like, "Yeah." Like, oh my God, bro. Oh my God, like, she's so funny, bro. I swear.
you're doing is you're taking chicken shit and you're turning it into chicken salad.
Yum.
So
Yes.
so here's what's going on. So when you say I got that was your first answer, okay?
Yeah.
I got used to it.
Uh huh.
What do you need? What kinds of things do we get used to, Emily?
We get
Like, this is also what I like when I watch long videos like that, it's good to like be serious. Like sometimes you have to be very serious, but when you are like serious for a long time and then something comes up which is like a little bit funny, because your dopamine is not getting, you don't release dopamine all the time, like dopamine, like the dopamine rush. I get it sometimes, with shorts and stuff, but not that often anymore. Okay, so when then longer videos, and then if you watch longer videos, it's like if she says something or it's a little bit funny, it's like a lot of fun, like you like normally maybe like when I, let's say, scroll to TikTok and YouTube Shorts a lot, dopamine, and then seeing that is like maybe I don't even laugh because I already laughed so much, released so much dopamine, you know what I mean?
used to taking hot.
Okay,
Yeah.
I got used to it.
Uh huh.
What do you need? What kinds of things do we get used to, Emily?
We get used to taking hot showers.
Okay. So we get
Showers.
okay. So we get it's
Oh.
kind of like a read my mind question. So
Oh,
like
okay,
like
sorry.
you don't get used to like do you ever get used to getting hugs from a loved one? You don't get used to that. Do you ever get used to getting hugs from a loved one? You don't get used to that,
Oh.
right? You don't get used to eating your favorite food. You get used to bad things.
Oh.
You see that?
Yes. Okay. Yes. Yes. Yes.
Okay.
That makes sense.
So
Yes.
and so like it's kind of interesting because like I see you doing this thing and this is the disintegration. So you're like, dude, you're really good at gymnastics, man. So you're like, I got used to it.
Uh huh.
And now what you do, and you're not wrong. This is you have a lot to be grateful for from like the traditional Asian parent upbringing. I mean, like I kind of had it similar. My parents were more AFK, so like I got away with a lot, but they were like my dad when I was 9 years Asian parent. I got used to it.
Uh huh.
And now what I see you doing this thing, and this is the disintegration. So you're like, dude, you're really good at gymnastics, man. So you're like, I got used to it.
Uh huh.
And now what you do, and you're not wrong. This is you have a lot to be grateful for from like the traditional Asian parent upbringing. I mean, like I kind of had it similar. My parents were more AFK, so like I got away with a lot, but they were like my dad, when I was 9 years old, was like, I have an older brother, and he's like, one of you is going to be doctor, and one of you is going to be lawyer.
Yeah.
Because he decided that within the family, if like one of us was a doctor and one of us is a lawyer, we could handle most of the things, and that was like my upbringing. But like I think this is where kind of this disintegration comes in, is you just can't fucking own that when things are bad, right? And it's like and I'm not blaming you for that. So let me know if I'm afraid I'm going to beat you up, but you said you want to go for it, so
Yeah,
I don't
let's
even
go
know
for
if
it.
that's performative or not, which is like
No, no, let's go for it.
okay.
I don't even know if that's performative or not. Bro, bro, if you beat her up, then it should be at least performative. Like, at least, like, it's like, I would say to Emily, like, you are fake. This what you do is pretending. But almost everybody is doing it. It's not like you are the only one that's doing it. But just so you know, everybody pretends to be this character, this personality. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not even really beating her up, I would say. But at then you either, like, realize it, you know, and say, hey, you're right. We all do all that. We do all create our image, the image of ourselves, and we display it. And that's what we are then. That makes sense. That is logical. You're right. You don't even have to say I'm right, but at least you see it for yourself. That like, it's the best part if you understand it for yourself. Like, I don't need validation because I know that I know that's right. Like, I saw it. Like, I did it, basically. Not I made it, I did it, but you'd have to do it for yourself. And I want you to I want you to do it for yourself, because from like, that's a good thing to do, or to realize.
So and then you do this thing where it's like, well, now I'm
because
grateful.
because then it's like, who am I? Then you start questioning, who am I actually? Or what am I also not? However you want to question it, and then you go question, 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 question.
And it's like, okay, and then you do this thing where it's like, well, now I'm grateful. And it's like, so let me ask you this.
Uh-huh.
If you had a kid, and I'm presuming you don't have kids, who knows, maybe you've got kids.
No.
But if you had a kid, how would you raise them? If you had a kid, and I'm presuming you don't have kids, who knows, maybe you've got kids.
No.
But if you had a kid, how would you raise them?
Oh gosh. Yeah, so like this is a
Why do you ask that? Do you ask that because you have your own children right now, and you are like, maybe magma cum laude person with in Colombia, studied in Columbia University, which is very smart, can maybe help me with raising my children, because I don't really know. Maybe I raised my children badly, bro. Like, why do you? Nah, I'm done, bro. I'm done, bro. I swear, bro. I was done.
But if you had a kid, how would you? If you had a kid, and I'm presuming you don't have kids, who knows, maybe you've got kids. And then you do this thing where it's like, well, now I'm grateful. And it's like, so let me ask you this.
uh-huh.
If you had a kid, and I'm presuming you don't have kids, who knows, maybe you've got kids.
No.
But if you had a kid, how would you raise them?
Oh gosh. Yeah, so like this is a debate that I go into my head like all the time. It's like, oh, do I be a tiger mom or do I be like really lenient? Because I don't know how I'm gonna be as a mom. I would want them to get good grades, kind of similar to how I was raised,
Please no, please, please no, please.
but not as like end all be all. I would
Not as like an all be all. What?
was raised, but not as like end all be all. I would say, but I would like be like, make sure to get good grades.
If your kid got a B, what would you say?
I would be like, what happened here, bucko? And then they would probably explain themselves, and then I'll be like, oh, okay, well, try harder next time.
Basically, she's basically saying what her parents told to her, but in a more loose way, like in a more childish way, I would say. Like her parents probably were not that, like, try harder next time. It's like, oh, you gotta be. Guess what? Guess what? Guess what? We don't even need the belt, Like we have hands. Guess what? Guess what? Nah, I don't know. But I think it was a little bit harder on her. And she's and and she is copying that from their parents because she feels now like a little bit is also good, like getting them to get straight A's. And I'm like, oh no, please no, don't please don't be like your parents because for me, to be honest, like man, I already said it in Pokemon's podcast, but therapy session, but basically if I had kids, basically they can do not whatever they want, but when I would have kids, first of all, I already established life. I already reached financial freedom and stuff like that. I have wife, of course, stuff like that, and already in nature. Like in nature with not a lot of people around, self-sustained and stuff like that, and they don't even have to go to school. I would help learn them, learn, or my wife and I teach them writing, reading, and stuff like that. And if they are curious about something, like of course we are then also like drawing and stuff like that. And then just to see like what are our children interested about? Like maybe they love to play with like animals, or they will love to bring animals back, or they love to bring plants back, or leaves, or whatever it is, like, or I don't know, they then when they're a little bit older and then they can have a smartphone. I don't want them to have a smartphone that fast. Also, not like the parents should not be on the smartphone all the time because or rarely, really super rarely. Because if we are, they the children pay attention. They pay attention more than you do sometimes. Like they pay attention if they see you being on the phone a lot. Like they are like, hmm, what is so interesting with the phone? Something like that, right? And then they want it too. Like I want also a phone. Like they see the parents are always on the phone. Then they also want to be on the phone. So that's the thing. If the parents do it, children tries to copy it. So don't do it. Like this is bad for children or human beings in general to be on the smartphone a lot playing games and stuff. But I need to calm down a little bit because Dr. K, bro, I swear, bro, I'm sorry, but sometimes really he's getting on my nerves. Like it's already like it feels like I know his whole life already. Like it's just been like 4 hours, bro. Like 4 hours of him or watching him and a few other guests, other streamers. But it really feels like I know him, like even if I don't know him, but I already know like I have a feeling. And my feeling is not off. that much, you know.
Maybe, yeah,
Oh
I think
yeah,
I would say
Gott
that.
sei Dank.
If your kid asks for a pet,
I said Gott sei Dank. Gott sei Dank means thank God in German. Oh, my bad, my bad.
I'll be close, and then I'll be like, oh, okay, well, try harder next time. Maybe, yeah, I think I would say that.
if your kid asks for a pet,
I'll be like, are you ready for that? And then they'll be like, yes, yes. And I'll be like, no, you're not. I don't know about that. And then, well, hopefully I'll have a dog by then because I kind of want a dog. But if they want their own pet, I mean, I'll give them like a hamster or something. If
okay.
they get all A's that semester.
Please, Emily, you're not. Please don't be serious about that, please. Like it's straight A's, bro. Straight A's. You want them to be like the like the always the good kid, you know, having good grades, basically straight A's. And like don't do anything wrong, you know, like always following the rules, you know, and you are basically cuffing your own children. Like that's what don't want to do, you know, and that's why I'm not, I don't want to even send them to school. Like if you want to learn really, like you want to also be in school, you know, like you can still do it, you know, but not as long as you are with me, because as long as you are with me and you are not old enough to do anything, I let you move freely most of the time. Like I give you the freedom basically to not go to school and you know this and that, because and then maybe they could become salty. I know that also, like why didn't you put me into normal school, then I could have had friends and stuff like that. But with friends there's also like, you know, influence, you know, they influence you in a good or bad way, and most of them they already have smartphones, so I don't want that for them to have to happen, like to see, like, and then it is competitive also, you know, like they learn stuff way too quickly about the internet and stuff like that. Sadly also like con, you know, so a lot of things, and this competitiveness, like this just society, I don't want to have them involved in society, because it's like I am already pretty much out of society, like mentally. I'm out of society, like I don't care, like what they do, like what they feel like this is ideal, this is what I should do and should not do, you know? Like shout out to Pokimane, you know, like this society is basically always saying what you should do and what you should not do. And what if you don't, if you not doing that, this is wrong. If you're doing that, this is right. So go work, get good grades, be a good student, you know, have a good workplace, have a good career and stuff like that. Like this is basically 101 society system and stuff like that. And so I would have my children have the freedom to do whatever they can want to do. And if they turn like old enough, like 15, 16, and they want to go or want to have a smartphone and stuff like that and explore a little bit more, they can do it, you know, and nothing is really forbidden. But of course, I'm a little bit protective because I know how bad this everything is, basically. All right. Let me see. Part three. All right. We are at part three. Part three is ending right now, and we see each other in part four. Yeah, hell yeah.